Hello students, here we have a transfer section of neem tree log. With the help of this beautiful transfer section, we try to understand secondary growth practically. First of all, here we have two clear-cut regions. The outer thin layer is known as bark. The tissue, whatever present outside to the vesicular cambium, is called as bark. This portion, okay, this thin coat or layer is called as bark. From here to here, it is outer wood, lately formed wood called as sapwood. From here to here, it is core wood or heartwood, which is very hard in nature due to the deposition of lignin and tannins. This portion, the outer part of wood from here to here, this portion, which is light colored wood, is known as sapwood. It consists active xylem. The entire wood from here to here, both sapwood and heartwood, together called as wood, means wood consists both sapwood and heartwood. From here to here, it is called as bark. From here to here, it is bark, which is very less when compared with wood. The circular layer is called as bark. It consists phloem, cortex and cork. Here one more important thing is, in between bark and wood there will be a meristematic region called as vesicular cambium. Here in this video we can clearly observe the vesicular cambium, which is present in between wood and bark. Here in this region, in this slit, we can see a meristematic zone. The tissue present in this region, it is still living. Whenever we cut this tissue, it is very soft and we can see living tissue here. Means it is meristematic tissue which is present between wood and bark here in this region. And additionally, one more vascular cambium, that is cork cambium, also we can see here in the cortex, which is towards outside here. Next, we can see small furrows on the outer surface of stem called as lenticels, which were formed due to the burst of epidermis. Next, the tissue which is present outside to the cork cambium is known as phellum or cork. Okay, this portion. The tissue which is present between vesicular cambium and cork cambium is known as phelloderm, which is function as a secondary epidermis. Now we will see once again, it is outer layer which is known as bark. After bark, inside there will be a small meristematic region will be present. That region is known as vesicular cambium. Inside to the vesicular cambium there will be wood. Wood consists two parts. The outer light color wood is known as sapwood. Inner dark color wood is known as heartwood, which is very strong due to the deposition of tannin and resins. Outside wood is functional wood, which is lighter than heartwood, inside wood. And next, we can also observe circular rings or zonations in both sapwood and heartwood. Okay, these ring-like structures are called as annual rings. we already discussed that annual ring consists two rings within it. They are spring wood and autumn wood. Both spring wood, autumn wood together called as annual ring. Each year, one ring will be formed. Here, we can easily count the number. Total, here we have 11 rings. Okay? Here, we have meristematic zone here. That's why we can also observe some lateral growths or lateral branch formation also. Next, here it is one more transfer section of log. Here also we can see very clear cut annual rings. By counting these annual rings, we can say the age of tree. The technology is known as dendrochronology. Okay, we can say approximate age of tree. Here we can see vascular cambium very clearly. The small strip which is having living tissue is known as vesicular cambium. This one. Still it is having living tissue. We can see green tissue here. Inside there will be dead tissue. Even outside also there will be dead tissue. This is a transfer section of Pongamia stem. Here also we can see growth rings. Okay. It is one more beautiful transfer section of neem tree trunk. Here we can see center part which is very hard due to the deposition of lignin, tannins and tyloses formation. Here it is sapwood. When compared with this central core part, it is light in color and also less durable. Coming to the heartwood, it is highly durable and economically important. Next, here it is bark, a very thin layer which is placed towards outside to the vesicular cambium. Here we can see vesicular cambium very clearly in a ring like manner. Here it is clearly having living tissue because it is a meristematic zone. That's why it is still active in this region. Here we can see very beautifully the tissue which is having living cells. Okay, this external part is known as cork which is placed outside to the cork cambium. Here there will be cork cambium approximately but not clear here. Okay, here in between cork cambium and vesicular cambium there will be periderm. This is vesicular cambium. Okay, it is continuous ring present throughout the radius of stem. Okay, here we can see a continuous vesicular cambial ring. Means here we can see uninterrupted cambial ring. The cambial ring consists inside wood, outside bark. Wood is nothing but secondary xylem. Wood consists annual rings. Here we can see number of annual rings. Each ring represent 1 year growth. Total here we have 13 rings. Means it is 13 years old tree. Here in the center there will be hardwood. Peripherally there will be softwood. Here the thin layer is known as bark. Here in between bark and wood there will be meristematic region called cambial ring. Here
we have a piece of tree trunk which consists of radius of total tree trunk. In this piece, we can see two regions very clearly. The outer peripheral layer is known as bark. The inner part is known as wood. We can see annual rings in the wood. We can also see two regions in wood. Here, between bark and wood, we can see cambium. Outside, it is bark. This is all about secondary growth in dicot stem. Thank you.